Hi again, everybody. This is Scott and Mike with Wing Chun Geeks. I'm Mike.
And I'm Scott. So, Mike, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to look at part of Song Tao, a particular move called Hyun Sao.
Yeah, so we're finally going to explain all that stuff you're doing in Silam Tao.
That's right. Got to start somewhere. It's
All right.
a pit form.
All right, let's hit play.
What the heck was that?
Yeah, so we just kind of picked out one piece, and we're going to talk about that turning motion that you do all throughout Silam Tao, especially in the first part.
Right.
All right, you want to go cut to the next part?
Yeah, let's cut over.
Okay, so we got Mike over here on the left, and me over here on the right. So, Mike, what do we got going on today?
All right, so we're going to look at the Hyun Sao and three applications of it in three separate drills. This first drill is done in contact. So this represents the first point where you make contact in a fight, let's say.
Yeah, so just your hands are touching, in other
Right.
words.
Exactly, that's, as a reference position. And then as I try to punch at Scott, Scott is going to use his parking hand right there to divert my punch off the center line.
Yeah, then Mike's, what he's going to do is he's simply going to snake around it. So temporarily, I guess, stop contacting and swing around and hit me.
Right, and when you get really good with the Hyun Sao move, you actually don't even have to leave contact during this. But let's check it out.
All right.
There you go.
All right, cool. So you want to watch again in slow motion and really
Let's
break
check
it down?
out, yeah.
Okay, so we went ahead and set it to slow-mo. Let's watch it again.
This is the initial punch. I'm going towards Scott. Scott pushes it off the center and does a Hyun Sao. Mike does a Hyun Sao. That's it.
All right. So why would you snake around it in the first place?
You never want your if your punch is unsuccessful. I mean, your plan is to hit the guy, but after he parks you, your arm is actually off the center line. That's not good. You want to try and reclaim the center. So you Hyun Sao around the attacking arm, which, by the way, that arm is pushing you off center line and going in that direction anyway. So what you're really doing is coming around to the side of where the force is coming from and just allowing it to go.
All right, well said. Let's watch the next drill. So, Mike, what's going to happen over here in the second part of the drill?
Okay, so this is just showing another application for Hyun Sao. The first application was off, my punch was diverted. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to park Scott's lead hand. So let me just describe the setup now. If you'll notice, it's back of hands touching this time. So right lead to right lead, for example. I'm going to come in and park Scott's hand off and try to punch him. But then Scott's going to take the back hand and he's going to counter park my punch. So that's going to be my impetus to Hyun Sao around the parking hand and come in.
All right, let's go ahead and watch it.
Okay.
Perfect. Want to watch it in slow motion?
Let's break it down, yeah.
Here it is in slow motion. Mike Pox.
It's a pak da with the
Yeah,
punch.
it's a pak da.
Now you see Scott's taking my arm off the center line, just like the previous drill. I'm going to do a Hyun Sao around that parking hand and do a pak and hit myself.
Yeah, so since I blocked Mike, Mike's going to kind of snake around this way and attack me.
Right. That turns into a pak and then a punch. So Hyun Sao, pak, and punch.
Boom. All right, Mike, what do you think? Should we cut to the next part?
Yeah, let's show another one.
All right, Mike, so over here we got, I guess, the third part of the drill. And what makes this different than all the other ones?
Well, every drill can be done from a non-contact position. That's where we're in right now.
Yeah, so if you notice, our hands are not touching.
You know, our CFO has always told us about the 5 stages of combat, and the first one is pre-contact. During that phase, you're really setting things up and trying to get like the outside line and stuff like that. This is an example of a drill that starts from pre-contact. So, so what's going to happen here is I'm going to go in for a punch, and then Scott's going to pak me immediately with the closest hand, and then I'm going to Hyun Sao around that pak because it went off center line. Do a counter pak myself into the parking hand, Scott's parking hand.
Yeah, so Mike's gonna snake around me at some point.
Right, and then punch with the other hand.
All right, let's hit play. Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's check it out in slow-mo.
Okay, so let's go ahead and watch it in slow motion.
This is half speed. So we have the punch. There's the park off the center line.
So what Mike is referring to is my parking hand, or blocking hand in layman's terms, actually pushes his attacking hand off the center line.
Right. Now I'm going to Hyun-Sao around that parking hand.
Boom.
With a counter park to the
Yeah.
same parking hand.
So just right from there, he literally just moved his hand around mine in a very small circle.
Right.
To open me up for attack.
And now, before you hit play, just keep in mind, there are a lot of variations you can do on this drill. The Hyun-Sao hand I just used to park Scott's lead hand. I could have gone straight in and punched with that hand. I didn't have to stop there for a park. That all depends on how high your level is and how much you're willing to compromise. Just remember, safety is first. So at the lowest level, you do want to have a park just to make sure you have the guys outside line.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. It's just a drill, guys. You can do it a million different ways.
Right.
Even if our way kind of is a little bit different than what your Sifu said, doesn't mean it's wrong.
That's right.
It's just different. So we continue?
Yeah.
So Mike attacks me, and I suppose this is where I die. Alright. So do you have any closing comments for this?
Yeah, just I would also keep in mind that every drill is every other drill. Be careful of your footwork. You're going to step forward with the lead leg when you go in for that punch. Remember that the back leg wants to come up to meet it at the same distance as when you started. And also remember to not just put that foot down anywhere. Try to go to the outside line, the opponent's outside line. Should we tell them about the golden rule of the foot?
I think we should save that for next time.
Let's save it for next time.
All
That's
right.
an exciting outro, huh?
All right. I think that's good for today. I'll see everybody next time.
All right, take care, guys.